Hi there, I'm Natasha and I'm just going to show you one simple exercise that you can do on the floor with your little one. This is Julia. Julia's going to help me out, and what you'll need for this is a very clear space so that you can lie down on your tummy and move back up again from that space. And also it's great if you're feeling 100% fit and well. So don't join in, maybe just watch this time if you're not feeling up to it. Toddlers can join in. This is designed for dads to join in too. Children can do this exercise. I'm going to do it with baby Julia here, and Julia can't lift her head up when she's doing tummy time, but we'll imagine that your baby can. So that's a good age to do the tummy time with baby. So to do that, I would just roll up a blanket or a towel. Perhaps you've got something like this already set up for baby in your space, but baby will be on their tummy time like that. So this is going to encourage that their back strength, their head and their neck strength as they look up towards you. As again, I said, my baby won't make eye contact with me, but if you're doing this opposite to your toddler or opposite to your bigger child, they can also have some fun with this one. So pad your knees under your knees if you're feeling particularly achy in the knee area, and be aware that when we come onto our wrist flexion like this, sometimes that causes some strain for people, so you can also come down onto your fists instead. And I encourage you to have a couple of shoulder rolls first, and really just feeling the movement here, just opening up the chest. You can do this exercise indoors, you can do it outdoors, you could even do it on the bed, although that's more challenging because the bed is a little bit bouncy. Coming onto all fours first, and then having a little bit of play through the feet and the wrists. I recommend that this is suitable for ladies who've had their postnatal checkup after the birth of their baby via vaginal delivery, or if you've had a cesarean and you're 12 weeks on, you will be able to manage this type of exercise. Okay, so let's have a go. Coming onto all fours, it's encouraging some shoulder rolls there, and just maybe encouraging a little bit of movement from the spine here. So taking the time on the mat to really make use, the opportunity to stretch. So just driving up through the palms, let the neck become loose, and then flex that spine. So lots of people who are actively participating in online exercise or who have exercised before the birth of their baby will recognise this movement. So this is your lovely spinal flexion and extension of the spine. So creating some movement there. And then tucking the toes under if it feels more supportive for the knee, or flat, and then just rocking forwards. So loading the wrists and of course loading the chest. With baby here, you can get ready to pound to make animal sounds with baby. Or you can do it on a countdown. In the classes with baby, I might have mums going 1, 2, 3, and then just driving forward through the wrists. And just loading their wrists and drawing the tummy muscles back towards the spine. So this is all about playful movement for the grown-up, and then working to engage baby as well. So once we've had a play with that, we'd then ask all the grown-ups to take a foot out behind. So just onto the toe, and then just releasing and driving, releasing and driving that heel down. This is going to give you a lovely release in the ankle. It's going to stretch out the calf muscles. It's going to work all across through the back of the leg and into the hip. From there, seeing how we feel with a lift and a lower, and then see if we can keep our weight, shoulders over the wrists. You might want to breathe there. So maybe with baby, you can do 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can count down from 8 or 10. So just start trying the other leg, and again I'm just driving down through that ankle to get a little bit of a stretch. So this is really working on this extension through the hip, through to the ankle, and a really lovely way to stretch out tired feet as well, coming through the toes there. Also getting that little bit of loading through the chest And of course, the chest muscles are usually weaker on the people who aren't actively exercising. We forget to work our upper body. So this is a great way to begin to load the chest. And of course, drawing the tummy muscles towards the spine is going to work your tummy too. Good stuff. When you're ready, lifting and lowering. Lifting and lowering. So I'm trying to keep my neck long, and you can choose your hand position and you can count down with baby. Excellent. So once I've done those, I'll then start to draw with the hands, trying to reach forward to one of the children maybe, reach forward to another grown-up, really reaching forward and just feeling how much I have to pull my shoulder out of the socket and bring it back down again, using the breath if you can on every reach. A couple of demonstrations for you with the arms, and then I would start to play around with opposite arm to opposite leg, and I would count down with baby. So I would maybe do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, pulling those muscles towards the spine, 2, 1, and then I would come back, and then I would offer blast off. And this is a great opportunity here for little children who will just naturally, just instinctively want to go underneath the bridge. So they'll run under the bridge and then they enjoy that there. Coming back down, rolling the shoulders, setting that position, and then just repeating on the other side till you blast off. 4, 5, 6, reaching to those loved ones. 7, drawing those tummy muscles towards the spine. Lots of good deep breaths. Go back up, blast off. Working here, really working at the opportunity to maybe pedal through here as well. Just enjoying some movement, maybe rocking the hips side to side as you pedal, and then coming back down to rest. Here, of course, just making eye contact with baby. And maybe just resting for a moment. If your head isn't quite up to reaching to the floor, I do kiss my feet together and open the legs so there's lots of space here. You can also use a prop under your head. And that is our little exercise for the core muscles, for the whole body, with a little bit of stretch, something that you can do with your baby, mat time, or toddlers, anytime. Hello there, and welcome to this short video where I will do one activity that you can enjoy with your little one. This activity is one that I regularly use with families, indoors or outdoors, depending on the weather, of course. Please only join into this activity if you and your little one are feeling 100% fit and well. Okay, so this activity is great for little ones who have very good head control and want to make sure that both the grown-up and the little one are fed, alert, not tired and not grumpy, and that they will enjoy the session and that they'll be feeling that they can make the most of the session. So all you need is a space to lie down in. This exercise is known as the bridge. It's quite famous exercise in the fitness world and in the yoga world and in the physical activities that you probably have experienced in other classes. If you're a complete beginner, just follow listening into what I'm saying. Maybe watch this video first and then have a go. It's going to loosen up the pelvic girdle and it's going to bring some mobility to the spine. It's going to engage the pelvic floor, the buttocks and the abdomen, and also working through the legs. Enjoy, have a sing song with your little one, and let's have a go. So for women who just had a baby, this exercise is suitable after you've had your 6-week check after a vaginal delivery, or after you've had your 12-week check after a cesarean. And what I would encourage you to do is take care coming down onto the mat. And then for dads, you can just go straight down to it, and you can either have your baby facing forward, depending on if the baby enjoys that position, and maybe the other grown-up is watching, or maybe you've got a sibling watching, so that's a lovely way to do it. And your feet are going to be flat on the floor. Roll your shoulders back into the socket so you really spread out between the shoulder blades there. And this simple action we will start with is just lifting and lowering. So I'm pelvic tilting a little bit to bring some movement, pelvic rocking, bring some movement back in there. Take as much time as you like to really just enjoy getting used to that movement again before you start. So a little bit of movement, and also introduces the baby to the concept of up and down, or high and low. So you can also introduce some words to engage baby. If they prefer, of course, they can be sitting facing you. So again, seeing how much baby wants to be involved with their support, and then feeling that you can lift up and down, and there's lots of freedom of movement in the pelvis. And the song that we sing for this one is 10 Galloping Horses. So if you can make a silly horse sound, that would be good. You can enjoy mine. So it goes like this. 10 galloping horses came into town. 5 were white and 5 were brown. They galloped up and they galloped down. 10 galloping horses came into town. And then coming back down as slowly as you can. So when you're coming down, you can encourage yourself to come down a little bit slower than I did just there. You can also try it when the little ones are older, so when they are maybe 1 or 2, and then they probably don't want much assistance. They're probably much more independent by that stage of walking, but they sometimes benefit from having their hands held, and it's also a really great way to focus on what they're enjoying, and they can listen to your voice, and they may even do a horsey sound with you. So at the top, and then coming down, and maybe coming down quite slowly, lots of control, vertebra by vertebra, and releasing the buttocks and releasing the pelvic floor there as you rest. So lots of mindful movement there to play with, and some funny sounds to enjoy with your little one. Take care when getting up off the floor. And I hope you enjoyed that simple little exercise using the bridge. You can use any song you like, lots of rhythm and play with baby, lots of eye contact. Have fun. Hello everyone, me again, Natasha here. We're going to do a lovely dancing, energetic workout. It's just 2 minutes long. I'm going to do it twice. Now, I recommend, if you're going to do this one, that you're feeling, of course, as always, 100% fit and well. Now, children will love to do this one, but it's only great for toddlers who are quite able to move steady on their feet. So children will be doing crawling around on the floor activity whilst you're doing the plank or a plank variation. So for that reason, it's more useful for preschoolers, a little bit older, of course, and also not recommended for women who are in the early postnatal stage. So that 4th trimester, because it's got a plank in the middle of the movement. It's a kid's sun salutation. It's to a piece of music by Kira Wiley, which is also widely available on YouTube. And I'm going to just do it twice with you and have a little bit of fun. Engage with a teddy bear if you've got one. Enjoy having a go. And it's really useful if you've got some experience in using yoga. But if you don't, watch the video first, and then see what it looks like, and then decide whether you want to join in for this one. So you definitely need a teddy to dance, and some experience in doing very, very good planks, and again, not recommended in that 4th trimester, and not recommended until you've had a substantial amount of core training and you're 100% fit and well, and your core is, of course, restored. Let's have a go. Let's have a go. Dancing is the first bit. Lots of dancing. Now with your toddler, you can watch them dance. They can have a teddy. They can dance with their teddy. So you won't be picking your baby up for this. You won't be dancing with your child in the air. So they can see you dancing with a teddy, and then the teddy's going to go down on the floor when you do the movements. Toddlers love to copy you, children love to copy you. So teddy comes down. Take the toes under. You take your dog for a walk. Tuck your toes under. Got my socks on because it's a bit chilly today. Works better socks off. Look between the hands. Take some good deep breaths all the way through. Grab your teddy and dance. Now you see what it looks like. You can decide what you want to do. You can come down to the floor in an easier way. You can come down with your knees on the floor. And you can do a downwards facing dog, holding it still and breathing really deeply, focusing on easing through the body. So not forcing the body. It's a really great exercise activity. Let's do it again. So dancing this time, so maybe without the teddy. And again, these movements, your children will love them. They just want to watch you move. They just want to see what you've got. They get entertained by your movement. And you can do lots of movement to encourage you to release stiffness in your body. Really simple, effective movements, pretty much like what you did at PE when you were at school. Just asking the body to see what it can do. Or maybe you're dancing holding hands here with your grown-ups or your children. Take advantage of this time to stretch. Lots of space behind you. You can step back. You can come down to your knees. You can look left to right here. And then walk forward with your feet. You can sit to a squat. Tickle your toes. I'm going to go to the side here. Step back. Come down here slowly. Downward facing dog. Mind your equipment like mine. Again, just pressing gently through the heels and the hands. Walk back. Squat. Forward bend. Bend the knees, release tension. Stretch really high. And then just dance. And then just don't be shy. Have a bit of fun with your children. You can do dances that they know. Do silly dances. They don't mind. As long as you're having fun, you're enjoying yourselves. This is a great one to do. You can do some jumping jacks here. You can do some side steps. You can do some knee lifts and big marches. Just as long as you're having fun, dancing with your children or dancing with your teddy. And then at the end, just give yourselves a big clap. Hi everybody, my name is Natasha and I am going to take you through a very simple activity that I've been using for nearly a whole year in and out of our lockdowns, working with families. Now, this activity is suited for toddlers, so children who are actively mobile and on their feet. Have a go at this. Playing the same piece of music over and over again really helps because children love repetition, of course, and it really helps us to absorb the poses and we can relate more, engaging and physically enjoying the movements as well with the words. This song is widely available on YouTube and on Spotify. If you have Spotify, it's a couple of minutes long. I'm going to play it on repeat and then I'm going to add in some extra movements for you. So make sure you've got a lovely safe space. Remember, children are your responsibility at all times, and don't join in today unless you're feeling 100% fit and well.
All right, everybody, let's wind up our yoga cloth. Stretch out your legs really wide. Stretch out your arms really, really, really wide. And we're going to go side to side. Here we go. Tick, tock, little yoga clock. 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 And freeze. Everybody reach down, all the way down, and wind up your toes. Tickle, 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 tickle. And come all the way up and wind up your knees. Everybody wind up your belly buttons. And wind up your nose. Okay, we're gonna go again, but this time a little bit faster. Stretch out your arms really, really wide. Here we go, faster. Tick, tock, little yoga clock. 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 And freeze. Everybody, let's wind up our ears. And everybody wind up your mouth. And wind up your shoulders. And wind up your hair. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. All right, everybody. We're going to wind up our clocks, but a little bit slower this time. Our clocks need rewinding, so stretch out your arms very slowly. Here we go. Tick, tock, little yoga clock. Tick, tock, little yoga clock. Tick, tock, little yoga clock. Tick, tock, little yoga clock.
Okay, how did that go? This time I'm going to give you some cues as we move through the same song. We'll do it again, have fun. Now you know how it goes, you can just enjoy a little bit more.
Stretch out your legs.
So spread out your fingers as well. Roll your shoulders back in the sockets. Bend your knees a little bit if you want to here.
Here we go.
So loosen up. If you feel stiff in the hips today, just bring your legs closer. Children, really floppy. Stretching out those arms.
And freeze. Everybody reach down, all the way down, and wind up your toes. Tickle, 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 tickle. And come all the way up and wind up your knees. Everybody wind up your belly buttons. And wind up your nose. Okay, we're gonna go again, but this time
Go a little bit faster this time, so really spaghetti loose arms, bend the knees.
Faster.
You can even walk around. Got space here, you can walk around, you can squat more. Children love watching their grown-ups dance.
And breathe. Everybody, let's wind up our ears. And everybody wind up your mouth.
Children love that one as well.
And wind up your shoulders. And wind up your hair.
Don't forget to scratch your hair. Mess your hair up. Mess each other's hair up.
And everybody, we're going to wind up our clocks, but a little bit slower this time.
Slower.
Our clocks need
So this time, really reach to the sky. So you might want to put fingertips here. Lovely long stretch, just lateral flexion. Really reach. This is great for the spine. Take your time. And draw your tummy muscles towards the spine to support your back. Clap at the end. Now we're going to do that one more time, but this time when we do the freeze, we'll freeze in a funny pose. So you can do a hero pose or stand on one leg. Have a go. Last time.
Stretch out your legs really wide.
You can do more jumping in this now as well.
Really, really wide. And we're going to go side to side. Here we go.
So have a bend here. Really put some movement into those hips. Now you know how it goes when you're feeling a bit loose, so you can play a little bit more.
And breathe. Everybody,
Silly pose.
reach down, all the way down.
Touch your toes.
Toes. And come all the way up and wind up your knees. Everybody wind up your belly button.
Ragdoll here.
And wind up your nose. Okay.
Lots of
We're gonna go
options.
again, but this time a little bit faster.
A little bit faster. We'll walk around a little bit as well this
Here
time.
we go. Faster.
Children love to do what you do, and sometimes they just really just want to watch what you do as well.
And breathe. Everybody.
Silly pose.
Let's wind up our ears.
Any pose.
And everybody wind up your mouth. And wind up your shoulders. And wind up your hair. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. All right, everybody.
Slowly now. Really reach for this last one. So spread out your toes. Point your fingers.
Arms very slowly. Here we go. Tick, tock.
Remember, you can bring your feet together if your hips don't feel too good or your back doesn't like that. It's quite a deep stretch. Drawing those muscles towards the spine here. Give your back a little bit of support. And we're going to freeze one more time this time.